Everybody. So we just finished up our Green Cities unit. We are now transitioning to some new stuff. This next unit is going to be taking a look at relationships between bordering countries. So before we get into interactions between neighboring countries, we're going to be taking a look at specifically countries along the Nile River and their relationships with one another and how they interact and how if one country does one thing on their own, that is in turn going to impact the others. And before we get into that, we are going to be taking a look at what exactly makes up a boundary, what exactly makes up borders, how are they created, so on and so forth. So for today, very simple. You're going to pull up this um, article right here. Okay, this story map. All right, you're going to scroll through it, read through it. Okay, all this, the information that's in this particular passage, and you can kind of see, over here, it explains to you, where you're at in the article itself. Okay, so it's not too long. Okay, it's a couple paragraphs, but they're short paragraphs. And you're going to read that, review it, learn about what boundaries are, the different styles of borders and the different styles of boundaries, and you're going to take this little quiz. You're going to put your name right there. Okay. If you didn't open up that article on boundaries and borders yet, you can open it up right here by clicking that. What is a boundary? And the article explains what it is. Check all the examples of a physical or natural boundary. Okay, check all that apply. True or false. Okay. When you're done, you're going to hit next. All right. And then you're going to come up to this page right here. Now, this page doesn't really require you to do any reading. It says simply, it's titled Imagine. Okay. It says, don't answer with an I don't know. Think, try, and make a decision. Okay. Not a lot of you are answering questions with an I don't know or an IDK, but some are, and you are going to get an automatic 0 if you do that. Okay. There is no right or wrong answer here. As long as you develop your answer, you put some thought into it, and you really just prove to me that you are raking your brain. Okay. It says, imagine that you had the opportunity to create borders between countries. You are this overlord of this earth. Okay. And you are responsible for making borders and making countries and dividing up this earth so that we could all be productive. What would you consider to be more important on your decision? The culture of the people that live there or the physical features that surround the region? Physical and natural borders may be easier to see and to recognize, but they may keep people of the same culture separated or create an area where there are multiple languages and religions practiced. Dividing land up by cultural boundaries may allow people to be around like-minded individuals, but there could be several disputes over where the actual border is, since it's not as visible like a river or a mountain. Explain your decision in a complete sentence. Let me see your thought process. Okay. An answer like I don't know will result in 0 points. All right. So, what do you think is more important when you're establishing borders? Physical features that surround the area and having that as kind of like a makeshift natural fence, natural border around a country? Or do you think that countries should establish their borders based off of culture and the culture of the people that live there so that everybody in that country speaks the same languages, they can communicate, they practice the same holidays, and they feel very comfortable with one another? Okay, what do you think is the most important? All right. So after you answer that question, you would hit submit, and then you're done for the day. Once again, guys, be safe out there. I will see you tomorrow.